Hey, welcome back to another episode of Beer, Bacon, and Bros. Tonight, fellas, we are talking about golf and the young guns of golf. So, younger than 25.
25 or younger.
Yeah, you're 25 or younger. You're having to buy stock, and we got 4 guys listed. You got to buy stock in one of them. Who are you picking for the next, say, 5 years till they're 30? So you got Victor Hovland, Sam Burns, Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler. Those are your 4 guys you got to choose to buy stock in. You're like, yeah, they're going to have either the most wins, most majors, whatever, but over the next 5 years, this guy is going to outperform the other 3 guys. Is kind of what we're looking at. And earlier, talking off camera with Chris, I thought I was going to take Scotty, and I've kind of thought about it again throughout the show. I'm changing my mind. I'm going Colin.
Okay.
He has shown he's been able to do it kind of year to year. He can get a couple wins here and there. My original pick was Scotty, but after us looking at a couple things, all his wins are this year. He hadn't done it for the past 3 years until this year is when he's finally broken through. So he's hot right now. I just don't think he would be able to carry it over. But Collins, year in, year out, able to get 2, 3, 4 wins a year, one of which could be a major. So I think he has the ability to go out and win tournaments 4, 5, 6 a year. And I think that's what's going to put him over these other guys. And then Victor, I like Victor as a player. He just hasn't quite made it yet. And the same thing with Sam. I just don't think he's proven himself in the majors where Colin has and Scotty has.
Where did Colin finish in the Masters?
5th.
Wasn't he? Yeah, he was the one that was paired up with Rory. They did those back-to-back bumper shots. Yeah. I'm going with Colin Morikawa on this one too. The Scheffler is really good and he's really hot, but I just feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna happen like Jordan Spieth or Justin Thomas, like where they just came out so hot and heavy and swinging, then all of a sudden it just tapers right off. I don't know if he can keep that momentum going, but Colin's already shown the consistency that I think is really the big key part of golf, and he's just going to continue on doing that, in my opinion.
Okay. I'll let you go. I'll say this, to kind of help lay this out a little bit. The reason these 4 have been here is they're all similar in age and they're all similar in wins. So Victor Hovland has 4 tour wins, Sam Burns has 4 tour wins, Colin Morikawa has 5 tour wins, and Scotty Scheffler has 4 tour wins. Of course, Scotty's, like Adam said, has all come this year. And so I think the Scotty Scheffler part of the piece is really interesting because, like, Scotty's been on tour for 3 years, just hasn't won, but he's done so much this offseason to make his game better and build his confidence as an individual and as a player. Like, is this Scotty Scheffler's coming out tour, and is this going to be the same Scotty Scheffler we're now going to see over the next 5 years? Because that's a different game than Colin Morikawa, who's both of them over the last 3 years. I think Scotty's actually been on tour an extra year than Colin has, but over the last 3 years, you've seen Colin Morikawa 1 win on tour, 2 wins on tour, 2 wins on tour, no wins on tour this year, right?
Yeah. And
so, like Colin's almost done kind of what he said with Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth, where Colin came out, he had 1 win, had 2 wins including a major, 2 wins including a major, and now no wins so far, right?
But I would really call that called tapering off.
But he's been in top 10 finishes. Like he's been in the hunt in a lot of his tournaments.
Yeah.
Whereas, I think.
I mean, he still won $3.5 million this year.
Yeah, he's got 6 top 10 finishes this year.
So I mean, I think he has the ability. He might. It's like one errant hole here or there that is kind of.
Of the what does it say? 10 events he's played in. 60% he's at top 10.
Yeah, and so like Scotty has finished 7 top 10s in the 14 events he's played in. Sam Burns has finished 6 top 10s in the 13 events he's played in, and Victor Hovland has finished 4 top 10s in the 12 events he's played in.
I think
Sam has actually had kind of a coming out season too. 2 wins on tour this year alone. I mean, he actually finished 2nd for Valspar Championship in a tie. He ended up losing, but. So I mean, he's played well. Obviously, when you look at Colin, you know that Colin has won 2 majors, right? Scotty's won the Masters, so he's won a major. Sam, no majors, and Victor Hovland, no majors. He did finish second in an Open Championship. So, and
Colin's actually got the lowest average of all 4 of those at 68.9. Everyone else was in 69.1, 5, or 8, or something like that.
Yeah, actually, literally 1, 2, and 3. Actually, 69.1, 69.2, 69.3. So, yeah, Colin's got the lowest average.
I think I'm gonna ride the hot hand. I'm gonna go with Scotty. I think I understand where you're coming from, saying where he's just running, he's running hot now, but like Chris was saying, he could do one of those things where he kind of he figured some things out, figured out what he had to do to get to where he's at now, and then now that he knows he can do it, it's a
might be a confidence
thing now. It's like I'm the big guy on campus now. I can go out and do what I need. I can go out and do what I need to do to win these tournaments and do this and do that. So I think I'm gonna ride the hot hand there with little Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, it's hard for me because when I laid down and did this list, I said Colin Morikawa without a doubt, and then I kind of looked over and I'm like, well, maybe I got in my brain the same thing that I was talking about. Like, is this it for Scotty? Right? Like, is it just taking a couple years for Scotty to finally come out,
figure it out,
and figure it out? And now he's going to be like this guy from here for the next 5 years. Colin's obviously such a great player. Him and Victor Hovland came out at the same time, and so I think Victor Hovland's a really, really great player. But it's just, for me, the reason I can't pick Victor Hovland is because he hasn't won a major yet. He hasn't really won a really, really important event either yet.
Yeah.
And so had he won a Players Championship or the FedEx Cup or something like that, like maybe that's a different story. But really, his wins have just come in other events,
Yeah, he hadn't shown up in
just a random tournament over the weekend.
Yeah, the big time events of the PGA.
And really, I don't know. I mean, Sam Burns is second in the FedEx Cups this year. He's played really, really well. But truth be told, I mean, Sam Burns is not in the same class as these other guys, right? So, I think I'm gonna go with you guys. I think I'll go with Colin. I do think that Colin has played super consistent. He's a really, really top 10 golfer.
I say he's a great ball striker. I think he's got one of the best iron plays on tour right now.
Freaking yeah! I mean, he's not.
The bugger shot that I referenced, following up Rory after doing that, it's insane the stuff that I saw him do at the Masters. Because I mean, that final day at the Masters, him and Roy were.
Roy shot 8 under.
They as a group, they both shot I think minus 13, and everyone else was shooting like plus 60. That's like the average. So and it was insane to see him feeding off that energy with Rory and stuff like that. And I think he's one of those guys where he's going to consistently be there and have those,
he has
tons of top 10 finishes.
He has the ability to win tournaments just by he puts himself in good location coming into Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
And so on moving day on Saturday, he's right there. Like, if I come out and shoot a 4 or 5 under, I'm going to be top 3 all of a sudden. Yeah, right. Sunday, if I do the same thing, I could easily win this tournament unless, oh yeah, I shot a 4 under, but the winner came out on Sunday and shot a 7 under, 8 under, and just had a round of his life, Yeah,
he's only missed 1 cut this whole year in the 10 events he's played in. So.
And the thing about Scotty though is, if Scotty stays on pace where he's at now, he will be the GOAT.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just think the momentum he's got going cannot be sustained unless we are watching the now greatest of all time,
or like one of a generational talent, like a Tiger Woods,
or like a Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods, So I mean, listen, again, buying stock in this, I certainly don't disagree with his answer, and I don't agree either. I don't disagree either. Like I would buy stock in Colin, but if I got beat by Scotty, it wouldn't surprise me at all, right? Over the next 5 years, if Scotty Scheffler plays the way he's playing this year, and all of a sudden, I mean, Colin's down at 10, and Scotty's the second best player on the freaking tour. Wouldn't surprise me at all. But for me, I like what I've already seen from Colin Morikawa, and so he's definitely he's also personally one of my favorite players on tour right now. So, but all right, well, let us know in the comments what you think, who you would buy stock in among those 4 golfers, and maybe we're crazy and you think it's Victor Hovland. So, as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we appreciate the support.